Hi, I'm Archie Burton Smith, the writer and director of The Longest Night. Before we begin this episode, I'd first like to talk about a few things. First, the featured cause of this episode is Rainbow Railroad, an organization that works to help LGBTQ+ people escape state-sponsored violence. Canadians are lucky enough to live in a nation where the rights of LGBTQ+ individuals are enshrined within our laws. However, around the world, many countries have laws that actively persecute LGBTQ+ people and enact discrimination and violence based on someone's sexual preference or gender identity. The Rainbow Railroad helps individuals fleeing state-sponsored violence by verifying their cases, finding a safe route out of the country, and providing travel to a safe location, as well as pre-, during, and post-travel logistical support. The Rainbow Railroad operates in countries including Chechnya, Egypt, Tanzania, and Mexico, and by supporting them, you support the protection of LGBTQ+ lives. To support the Rainbow Railroad and learn more about what they do, visit rainbowrailroad.org. Next, a content warning. The Longest Night is a show that deals with dark subject matter and potentially distressing themes. Episode 4 contains violence, coarse language, frightening scenes, and a discussion of mental illness. Now, without further ado, I'm pleased to present Episode 4 of The Longest Night. Enjoy!
UC Follies presents The Longest Night, a radio play by Archie Burton Smith. Episode 4, Alligator Station. Chapter 7, You, Me, and the Universe.
All right, Miss Wilson. We're going to need to take a statement from you.
Are they okay?
We're going to need to take a statement. Now, why were you out of the house tonight?
Did someone tell Greg? Is he okay, please?
Miss Wilson, why were you out of the house? Did you know your brother was going to do this?
I was visiting a friend.
At midnight?
Yes.
Did your brother tell you to leave the house?
No,
Did he tell you to leave the house? Isn't it a bit of a coincidence that you were out the night your brother slaughtered your family?
Please.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck cops. I know that's not exactly a hot take, but there's a startling frequency to tapes like these being recorded. Officers will storm into interviews like that and attempt to shock and awe victims or witnesses into giving up information that will lead to an arrest. It doesn't matter what trauma you've just been through. The only thing that matters is if a conviction is made. That particular awful tape, as you've probably guessed, was an interview between a county police officer and my mother. The night of October 23rd, 1980. My mom had just found her entire family murdered, and this piece of shit is insinuating she's in on it. Fuck cops! As I've talked about before, my mother does not like to discuss anything that happened that night. Sure, you might get bits and pieces. You can find an interview she gave to the news a few years after, or she'll say something about what finding them was like. But outside of that, though, you'll get nothing. I've been able to establish a general timeline. My mom left the house at 11 o'clock. Andrew began the massacre at 12:03, which we know because a piece of buckshot hit my grandfather's bedside clock, stopping it. Greg called the police at 12:30, and Andrew killed him at 12:45. Mom arrived back at the house at 1 o'clock, found her family, and the police arrived shortly after. Then, she was kept up for a night of interviews. My mother has never once said where she was. Believe me, people have tried to find out. Hell, I've tried to find out. But for 30 years, no one has ever known where she was that night. Until I listened to the next tape in my grandfather's black box. But we're not quite ready for that. First, I'd like to tell you the story of how my mother came to be my mother. I was born on December 23rd, 1986 in St. Joseph's Hospital in Toronto, Canada. My biological mother was a young Chinese immigrant who sadly passed away during childbirth. My father was unknown. A lot of people ask me if I have a hard time grappling with that. Having dead parents, I mean. But if I'm perfectly honest, I've never really felt much of a connection to them. I'm obviously thankful that they brought me into this world, and I'm saddened by the idea that my birth mother passed away, but as long as I can remember, my mom was my mom. I was a year and 6 months when she adopted me. My mother has been single for most of her life. She's dated from time to time, but she says she's never been able to form a strong connection with someone. I think it's because of what happened. When someone so close to you does something like Andrew did, you don't ever really get past it. The rest of the story, well, she'll probably tell it better.
You want me to talk about how I met you?
If you want to.
Of course. It was the brightest day of my life. I was 22 years old and I had no idea what I was supposed to be doing. I had no family, barely any income, and I was actually living on a friend's couch in Toronto. The night before I had been drinking a bit, and during a drunken attempt at the twist, I slipped, fell, and broke my nose. The next morning I was in the hospital. The doctor patched me up and I was walking out of the building when I saw a nurse carry you in the maternity ward. I asked who you were, and she explained that you didn't have any family, just like I didn't. I looked into your eyes that morning, and I knew you were what I wanted to do with my life. So I contacted an adoption agency and asked how I would go about adopting you. They told me I'd need a steady source of income and a safe place to live. It took a year, but I managed to get my shit together and apply properly for the adoption. It was sheer luck no one took you before I got there.
Or it was racism.
That may also have been the reason. But the point is, you were mine, and I was ready to raise you and keep you safe. Your mother had never picked a name, so I went with Jess. I didn't want you to have the last name Wilson haunting you, so I picked a new one and changed my name to match. And that, Jess Yock, is how you became my daughter.
I like that story, Mom.
So do I.
My mom means the whole world to me. And that's why my mission was so important. The thought of Andrew, hidden away somewhere, watching her, drove me to keep listening as the tapes got more and more horrifying. By tape 3, I realized something truly awful was going on. And the sense of dread that I'd been feeling transformed into feelings of paranoia. But what kept me going was knowing that I was helping to keep my mom safe. I managed to slyly get the story of how the next tape was created by asking my mom if Grandpa had ever gotten her anything she really loved. She explained that he gave her a CB radio when she was 16 to talk to her friends. She found that funny because it would require her friends also owning a CB radio to do so, but it seemed like Grandpa never thought about that. So she would just put out calls and see if anyone would answer. Hearing this story made this next tape make a lot more sense. It's a series of CB radio calls she made throughout 1980. There are no exact dates, unfortunately, and it seems like only some of the calls my mom made, but you can pretty much piece together the time from what my mother and her new friend say. Whoops. Didn't mean to give anything away there.
Breaker, good buddy. This here is Cerebellum calling out to all you roughneckin' looky-loos. Hello? Anybody out there, good buddy? Hello?
That's not going to work.
Hello? Excuse me?
I said it's not going to work. Anyone who knows any actual CV code isn't going to respond to you.
Why is that, good buddy?
Because you're saying shit like that. No trucker talks like that. Where'd you learn to CV?
Smokey and the Bandit.
I thought so.
Fuck off. Calling all buddies.
You're going to want to stop that, or you'll just keep embarrassing yourself.
Great. You again. Here to mock me more?
Only if you're here to keep sounding stupid.
If you know so much about trucker talk, why don't you do it?
Hey, 18, we got a mama bear coming down near Derby City about 10 miles out. Watch your back.
That didn't sound any less silly than mine.
Well, it's all real code. My daddy's a trucker, and he taught me.
Then how come we didn't get a response?
Because we're in the middle of nowhere, silly. Signal only goes so far. No roads means no trucks, just you and me.
Well, that sucks. It's just me and an asshole on here.
Well, if that's how you feel about it, over and out.
I didn't mean... Ugh. Are you out there, good buddy?
Are you here to call me an asshole again?
I'm sorry. I didn't like you talking like I was stupid.
Sorry, I maybe was being an asshole.
Maybe we can have a fresh start? As the only two people out here with CBs, we're kind of obligated to get along.
That's fair.
So, what's your handle? Good buddy?
Daisy girl.
Nice. Cerebellum.
Sarah, what?
Cerebellum. It's a part of the brain.
Oh? Did you pick it because your name's Sarah?
No, it's,
It's okay. My handle's just my middle name.
Daisy Girl?
Just Daisy. Don't want to give out my first on here, you know, in case you're a murderer.
Makes sense. Hey, you're not gonna murder me, are ya? Now that you know my first name?
I don't plan on it, as long as you stay on my good side. It's nice to meet you, Sarah.
Nice to meet you, Daisy.
Come in, good buddy.
Hey! I'm here.
Good to hear from you. How you been doing?
Honestly, not the best.
I'm sorry to hear that. Why not?
My mom and dad got into a fight at dinner tonight.
Over what?
Dad has this old antique rifle hanging over the fireplace, and my mom hates it. Says it's dangerous. She's been more lucid lately, and she got into a real fight about it with him. She's locked him out of their room, and we can hear her crying in there.
That's rough. I'm sorry.
It's okay. My dad always says you got a big family, you'll have big fights.
Your family's big?
Medium, I'd say. I've got 2 older brothers and a sister. We're a lot smaller since my sister Kit moved to Atlanta and my brother Greg moved across town. Now it's just me and my weirdo brother Andrew.
Weirdo brother?
He just stays inside and sulks all the time. Loves to hang around the basement.
Huh. He does sound weird.
You got a big family?
Nah, just me and my dad. He's out of town driving a lot though, so I'm usually alone.
I'm sorry about that.
It can be lonely sometimes, but I've got my books. And I've got you.
Yeah, you do.
And you got me.
Yeah. Hey, Daisy?
Whoa, girl. What are you doing calling at 3 in the morning?
Do you have a window you can see outside of?
Yeah.
Look out of it.
I'm looking.
Now, look up.
I am. And whoa. Meteor shower.
Yeah. Cool, huh?
Yeah, it looks pretty neat.
Andrew told me about it. He's a total stargazer. When he's not in the basement, he loves to sit on the roof and watch them. Says he likes to listen to the universe.
It's quite the view.
Yeah. I don't always want to be out here. In the middle of nowhere, I mean, but this can be cool.
It's a hell of a sight. Thanks for waking me up for this. Really, it's nice.
Anytime. Breaker, breaker, good buddy.
Hey,
How's it going?
I'm alright.
Doesn't sound like it.
I got in a fight with my dad.
I'm sorry to hear that.
He said I'm good for nothing, but I waste all my time instead of doing work around the house. He treats me like he used to treat Mama before she hightailed it.
Oh, I didn't... I thought your mom was...
Yeah. I don't really like talking about her. Sometimes it's easier that way. If she's dead, then she didn't leave me, you know?
I understand.
If she's dead, then it wasn't that I wasn't good enough.
I'm sorry, but that's bullshit.
Excuse me?
You not being good enough? Hell no. You're a smart-talking, talented girl who can run a radio and crack a joke. You're good enough.
That's mighty nice of you.
I know there's no way you weren't good enough.
Thank you, Sarah.
Don't thank me, it's just the truth.
You're good.
So are you.
Hey, good buddy.
Hey, you caught me as I'm heading to bed. What's going on?
Not much in my corner of the world. How about you?
I'm a little weirded out tonight.
Why's that?
I got Andrew doing... something.
Was he beating his meat?
Stranger, honestly.
Well, don't leave me hanging.
He was talking to himself. In the basement.
Talking to himself?
What he should do with his life. And he'd record it.
Bizarre.
Why are you calling tonight?
I wanted to ask you something.
Go ahead.
What do you look like?
Oh, well, I'm 5'10", so taller than most girls my age. I've got short blonde hair and green eyes and some freckles. I'm kind of awkward looking, honestly. My friends say I'm too tall and that I look too much like a boy. How about you?
Well, I'm 5'6". I've got red-brown hair and brown eyes. And I've... never mind.
It's okay. Go on.
I've got a birthmark on my face.
And?
Well, people think that's weird.
It's a birthmark. Not your choice.
Yeah, that's true.
Nah, I think you sound fine.
People say it makes me ugly, though.
You sound like you're pretty.
Thanks. You too.
Why'd you want to know what I look like?
Just curious. It's weird talking to someone for so long and not knowing what they look like.
Yeah, it is. Do you think I know you?
Probably not. I don't go to school with you. I'm a little older.
How old?
19.
That's nothing. Only a couple of years. I'm 16.
Going on 17?
I'm sure fellas are gonna fall in line sometime soon.
Yeah. You probably have your cool school friends and don't need me around calling you all the time.
Hey, I wouldn't answer if I didn't want to.
Yeah, that's true.
Of course it is. Hey, Daisy.
Hey, Sarah. How are you?
I wanted to do an experiment.
Yeah? What's that?
I want to know if we live close by. I was thinking if we did, we could meet up in person.
I'm not sure that's such a good idea.
Why's that?
Well, what if I'm not as good in person?
Well, that's impossible.
What do you mean?
People don't magically change from person to voice. The person I'm hearing is the person you are.
I suppose so. Okay, how is this experiment gonna work?
Turn on a light next to your window.
Done.
Oh my goodness, I can see you.
Really?
Yeah, here, let me turn mine on.
Oh, wow, you're a lot closer than I'd have guessed. Probably like 3 miles at the most.
I could manage that walk anytime.
Well, would you like to meet up sometime this week?
Sure.
When and where?
Well, there's an old oak tree about equal distance from us. How about we meet there on Saturday at 4?
That would be nice.
Awesome. It's a date.
Yeah. Sounds good. Hey, Sarah? Sarah, you there? Sarah.
Hey, sorry, I was trying to get the mic set back up. I've been getting some weird signals lately.
Really? What kind?
Some woman spewing directions, but it's on every channel I flip to. So I think it's probably an issue with the box, and I'm picking up a radio station or something.
Asking for directions?
Yeah, she's kind of talking nonsense. Can't really figure it out. Anyway, why are you calling so feverishly? We still good for tomorrow?
Yeah, still good. I just wanted to ask about something.
Go ahead.
You told me, It's a date when we made our plan for tomorrow.
Yeah?
Well, is it that? A date, I mean?
What do you mean?
Like, are you and I going on a date?
I'm not sure I understand.
Well, I care about you, Sarah.
And I care about you.
I know, I more mean, I love you, Sarah.
What?
I love you, as in, I'm in love with you, however
But-
you want to put it.
That's not okay.
Excuse me?
I'm not some queer, okay? I don't know where you get off.
Sarah, please.
No. Don't contact me again. Please.
Sarah? Sarah, please. Sarah? Sarah, if you can hear me, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you off. I care about you, and I didn't want to hold that in anymore. But I'm sorry if you don't feel the same way. I'll leave you be now. I'm sorry.
Are you there? Breaker, good buddy.
What is it?
I miss you.
No, you don't.
I miss talking every night.
It's been a month, Sarah. Let's get over it. I am.
I don't want you to be.
What do you mean?
I reacted harshly to what you said, and I'm sorry about that.
So?
I reacted harshly because I feel like you do.
Excuse me?
Well, so my sister came to town the other day. She and her husband are taking a break right now, so she's staying with us.
What does that have to do with me?
I've spent the week listening to Kit talk about how she feels about Garrett and how, even though they're fighting, she still loves him. And the way she talks about how she feels, I feel that way. About you. I think love is too strong a word. I'm not there yet, but I definitely don't just want to be your friend.
Sarah, I don't think this whiplash is fair. You seemed pretty adamant about how you felt.
I'm so fucking confused right now, Daisy, but the one thing I know is I want you around, okay? I want you.
I don't think I can just move past you vanishing for a month.
I know I don't deserve it, but please, give me a chance.
I suppose. I can't just dive back into where we were, though.
I know, but I'm happy to work.
Okay, let's talk again on Thursday and go from there.
That works for me.
Good night, Sarah.
Good night, Daisy. Hey, Daisy, are you there?
Right,
Daisy?
right,
Hello?
right,
Who's there?
right,
Please
right.
stop.
left, right, left, right, left turn, right turn, right turn, right turn, left turn, right turn.
What are you saying?
Directions.
Excuse me?
Directions to your house.
You better get off here.
Left, right, left, left, up the path.
Shut up!
The door, up the stairs, left, stairs road.
No!
Sarah? You there?
Oh, thank God.
What's wrong? Are you okay?
There was a voice on the CB talking about coming to my house and up to my room. I don't feel safe.
It's probably some local jackass pulling a prank. It'll be okay.
It felt wrong.
I'm so sorry.
Where are you right now?
I'm at home, alone. Why?
Can we meet at our spot? The one we were supposed to meet at. I just don't want to be alone right now.
It's a little late.
I want to be with you. I don't know who else to talk to.
Okay. Let's meet at that spot. 25 minutes?
Okay. I'll see you there.
Okay. See you.
Daisy?
Yeah, Sarah?
Thank you.
Hey, Sarah. I just wanted to say it was really nice meeting you. And other things were really nice. Did you get home okay?
Daisy?
Yeah?
Everyone's dead.
What?
My parents are dead. Kid's dead. I think Andrew did this.
What do you mean?
My family is gone.
Oh my god. Sarah, are you okay?
The police are almost here.
Sarah, should I come over? I can come over. I'll come over.
No! You have to promise you'll never come to this house, okay? Promise me, so I know you'll be safe.
I promise.
Goodbye, Daisy.
Sarah.
Daisy?
Sarah, I'm here. Is everything okay? I saw in the news. Can I help you in any way? Just let me know, please.
I'm gonna be moving away.
What do you mean?
Greg's boss is helping me rent an apartment in Louisville. I'm going to be staying there for the foreseeable future.
You don't need to go. You can stay with me if you want.
I can't be in this town anymore. I have to go.
Sarah, I understand.
This is gonna be goodbye, I think.
We could stay in touch if you want, or...
I don't think we can. I'm sorry.
Sarah, I love you.
I love you too, Daisy.
Ophelia Daisy York.
What?
That's my full name. I've never actually told you.
I like your name. Sarah Wilson.
Goodbye, Sarah Wilson.
Goodbye, Daisy York.
After finishing that tape, I sat in silence for about an hour. My mother has always said that Andrew took away everyone she loved. I just took that as meaning she didn't want to say he killed them. But now I understand that she didn't just lose the loved ones that died that night. She lost the loved one that survived too. All this time, my mother has known that the woman she loved with all her heart was out there somewhere. But she always felt like she could never go back. But as my name proves, she never stopped thinking about Daisy. I don't think I'll ever stop thinking about Daisy myself. No wonder Mum never told anyone about where she was that night. It was her last truly happy memory for a very long time.
You know, I don't like to talk about it, but after that night, I thought I'd carry that pain with me forever. But since you came into my life, Jess, I started to be happy again.
Mom, you're gonna make me cry.
That's what I'm here for, being sentimental.
You're very good at it. You sap.
A friend of mine told me I was sappy once.
That friend wasn't wrong. What sappy thing did you do?
We were sitting under this tree together and I told her it was our spot.
Did you guys hang out there a lot?
Only once, actually.
Okay, that's very sappy then.
Maybe. Could have just been the tree.
What?
You know? 'Cause it's sappy.
You're the worst!
I know.
As beautiful and heartbreaking as this tape was, I had to keep going deeper into this story. I started to listen to the next tape, but then stopped. I realized something. The last recording on this tape happened after the massacre, after my mom was ready to leave the house. So how did it get in the black box? I realized this wasn't the only discrepancy. All 5 of the tapes in the box are the same make, meaning they were made in the same year, which means they were all re-recorded from their original tapes onto new footage. Additionally, I checked the serial number and I called the company that made these tapes. This batch was manufactured in 2010, 30 years after the murders, meaning someone put this box together. Recently, someone wanted me to hear them like this. They aren't missing the uninteresting scenes. They've been edited to only show what's important. Someone put this song and dance together. Someone. Or something. The Longest Night, starring Elizabeth So as Jess Yock, Kit Domansky as Sarah Wilson, Adrian Pavone as Andrew Wilson, Lova Beckwith as Greg Wilson, Casey Belding as Kit Wilson, Brendan Rush as Clark Wilson, Olivia Thornton Nickerson as Judy Wilson, with Julia Pape as Daisy, and Ashley Zwick as the friend. Featuring Martin Konka as the narrator, Zaharine Tarafdar as Erin Richardson, and Jasmine Cabanella as Cordelia Summer. Additional voices by Archie Burton Smith, Sabrina Weinstein, Morgan Beck, Beatrice Friedman, Michael Elliott, Aminda Basmont, and the entire Longest Night cast. Directed by Archie Burton Smith. Assistant directed by Morgan Beck. Art direction by Abigail S. Torrero. Edited by Matt Lalonde and Morgan Wolfe. Produced by Sabrina Weinstein. Written by Archie Burton Smith. Special thanks to Beatrice Friedman for being both intimidating and interesting. Dead Ringer and O Death, written and recorded by Bassett. All other music written and recorded by Morgan Wolfe.